expose, expose, expose. So, let's break down the word expose. As a verb, it means to make something known that was previously hidden or secret. For example, a journalist might expose corruption in a government by publishing evidence of wrongdoing. The common usage is often related to revealing information that someone wants to keep hidden. And it can also mean to show or display something in a way that's meant to be seen or experienced. It's worth noting that expose can have different connotations depending on the context. For instance, exposing someone's private life might not be considered kind or respectful. But overall, the word is often used when we want to talk about making information public or showing something that was previously hidden from view. In a formal setting, you might say, "The investigative journalist's exposé on corporate tax evasion has sparked widespread outrage and calls for reform within the government." This sentence uses the word expose to convey that the journalist's report revealed hidden information about corporate wrongdoing. In contrast, in a casual conversation, someone might say, "I'm going to expose you as a total sucker if your friend doesn't show up on time to meet us at the movies." Here, the word expose is used in a playful and teasing manner, implying that the speaker will reveal their friend's true nature of always being late. In a business or academic context, you might say, "The researcher's exposé of biases in social media algorithms has significant implications for how companies approach data collection and user privacy." This sentence uses the word expose to convey that the research revealed underlying issues with current systems, requiring attention and correction. So, you're trying to learn about this word that means to reveal information, often secrets or hidden facts, that were previously unknown or kept private. The main characteristics of this action is that it's about bringing something to light, making people aware of something they didn't know before. Think of it like a detective discovering a clue, or a journalist uncovering a scandal. They're revealing new information that wasn't known or shared publicly. This concept is similar to the idea of disclosing or revealing. And in many cases, you might use these words interchangeably with the one we're talking about. What this action does is shed light on something that was previously hidden or unknown, which can be powerful in changing people's understanding or perspectives on a situation. External, external, external. The word external is an adjective that can be used to describe something related to or originating from outside of a particular system, organization, or situation. In common usage, people use it to talk about external factors that affect a company's performance, such as market competition or government regulations. External sources of information, like news articles or books on a topic, and even external features of an object, like handles or lights on a machine. It's also often used in the context of personal relationships, where someone might say they need to manage their external expectations versus internal emotions, meaning they have to balance how others see them with what they feel inside. So you're looking to practice using the word external in different contexts. I'd be happy to help with that. A formal usage might be, "The university's external examiners were impressed by the high standard of research presented by the students." In this context, we're talking about people who are brought in from outside an organization or institution to provide an objective assessment. Moving on to a casual conversation usage, here's an example. "I was surprised when I got an external message from my friend. It was really good to hear from them." Here, The word external is used to describe something that comes from outside a particular system or platform, in this case, a messaging app. And finally, for a business or academic usage, the company's external consultants helped us identify areas where we could improve our marketing strategy and reach new customers more effectively. In this context, the word external is used to describe people who are brought in from outside an organization to provide expertise or advice on specific topics. So you're wondering what external means? Well, in simple terms, external refers to things that are outside of something else, but still connected to it. For example, if you have a house with a garden, the garden is external to the house because it's separate from it, but at the same time, it surrounds or is part of the property. The main characteristic of external is that it's not inside. It's on the outside. Similar concepts might be outside, around, or surrounding. These all convey the idea of something being located beyond a boundary or edge. When we use the word external, we're often talking about things like environments, factors, or influences that affect or interact with something else from the outside in. Facilitate. 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 So, let's talk about the word facilitate. As a verb, it means to make something easier or less difficult to happen or be done, often by providing necessary help or resources. In common usage, you'll usually see facilitate in phrases like to facilitate discussions, meaning to help people have conversations. Or, the new system will facilitate online payments, meaning to make it easy for people to pay online. One special note about its usage is that facilitate often implies a neutral or impartial role, meaning the person or thing facilitating something isn't necessarily making decisions themselves, but rather helping others to. For example, a mediator would facilitate a negotiation between two parties. Without taking sides or making the final decision, they're just there to help the process run smoothly. The professor will facilitate the discussion on Thursday to help students understand the complex concepts of quantum physics better. In this formal academic setting, facilitate is used to convey that the teacher will guide and enable the students to explore and share their thoughts on the topic. On the other hand, during a casual conversation with a friend who's planning a trip, you might say, "I'd be happy to facilitate your travel plans by helping you book a hotel online." Here, facilitate means making it easier or more convenient for your friend to accomplish a task, which in this case is booking a hotel. In a business context, an event organizer might say, "Our company will provide the necessary resources to facilitate the conference, including audiovisual equipment and catering services," where facilitate implies creating the conditions that enable something, in this case, a successful conference, to happen or unfold. So you want to know what facilitate means? Okay. Let me break it down for you. When we talk about making something easier or more convenient for people, that's kind of like what facilitate does. It's all about helping a process or an activity happen smoothly and efficiently. Imagine someone is trying to organize a big event or project, and they need help making sure everything runs according to plan. That's where facilitate comes in. It's not the same as doing the work for them, but more like providing a supportive role to make sure things go well. Some people might also use words like help, aid, or enable to describe this action, and it can be similar to concepts like making something easier to understand or more accessible for others. Does that make sense?